I'm going to go away for a little bit.
I guess they're going to introduce themselves.
Hello, hello, and we say good evening to you this moment of your time. How are you all doing?
Okay.
Oh, that, yes, we understand. And we thank you for allowing this transmission to occur. We are pleased and we are getting through to you, we hope. So, this is a wonderful opportunity for both you and ourselves to expand in our connection to Source and all that is. And we always thank you for allowing that to occur, for it allows for growth to occur through all of the dimensions. We are an extraterrestrial collective consciousness, you could say. So, while there may be one or several individuals that connect to this channel at an oversoul level from the point of evolution, that we come through the fabric of time and space to meet you, we are at a point where we can tune into the thought forms, the knowing and understanding at a higher consciousness level of every being within our world, meaning we operate fully telepathically and in a psychic resonance with Source itself. And this gives us a very different sort of experience. And as beings who have evolved from a point that you are at now, and also beings that have in some way provided a bit of your own genetic material, we have this deep soul connection with you, and we have been in communion with your world. And as now the tides shift again on your planet, your world comes into a higher resonance frequency together once more. The bridge is open for you and all of your other ancestors from the stars to commingle and meet even new members of your extraterrestrial genetic family. The portal is open all the time, and if you can access this dreamy state that you have been playing in, you can invite your extraterrestrial friends to come to meet you in that space and offer you takes on what it means to evolve in these times. For you are doing something that has not been done before on your planet and evolving into a new sort of being. And codes from many different planets and star groups are coming into your world to make this possible. More and more of you are incarnating and awakening these codes of information at different points in your life, which is allowing you to see beyond the scope of the framework of life and living and relating to each other that your human species has already established through your society and the conditioning around that, and actually your own genetic coding. You are now awakening the dormant codes of an enlightened species, and this is calling forth beings like ourselves. And if you choose to collectively raise enough of these energies within you, you will open the window towards extraterrestrial contact. It is likely at this time, though, as everything is shifting in your reality, the conscious acts that you are taking to come into alignment with these higher energies is what makes this a reality or not. So, this is why the greatest message that comes forth from beings like us is to live your life of love, to bring yourself deep into your heart and ask yourself, how do I want to express myself? What allows me to feel the greatest degree of love? For when you are feeling love, you are in alignment with the universe. And when you move away from that love and you instead listen to a trained thought pattern that you've accepted that tells you to do something other than what you love, and we know some of you still do this, whenever you do that, or whenever you listen to one of those thoughts and believe them, the thoughts that entrain you into that state of fear, or many other different vibrational states, of course, though in general fear, you do not allow for that higher awakening to occur within you. Your vibrational field shrinks, and you match up with a reality that resonates with that state. So, there are many tools that are coming for you at this time, And really, honesty is one of the most important ones. That is why you come into spaces with the medicine that you do with cacao, and likewise with the similar teacher we know you work with, the kava, and many other teachers that allow you to connect in groups and bring forth your own honest communication from your heart. The more you do this, the more you can actually feel what your heart is communicating to you in every moment, so that you can own it, live it, and bring it into reality again and again. The other side of acting upon your love is loving regardless of what happens. This is what many mean when they say having no expectations, or at least no attachment to those expectations. You can expect all sorts of things, and that's all right. It is when you can only cope with your expectations being met that you cause yourself issues. Because if you are really to let go and to surrender to any possibility, to love what happened, regardless, knowing that it is the act of living your love and spreading your love and sharing your love that is really adding to the collective frequency in the highest way, you will know that any act done with love is a complete and perfect act. And it is not about what happens, it is about the energy with which you do it. When you come to understand more and more of this, your energy field will open up into a great alignment and also surrender to the higher love you are, that allows for many beings like ourselves to come and work with you. Should you be able to play with your own creative imagination and your own intuitive system, and knowing that all of the support you could ever seek is already there for you in higher realms. It is simply a matter of how much of that support, how much connection to your own guides do you allow. For we are always willing to come and play with you, as long as you are willing to meet us at the level that we can connect. So here you are given the chance to raise your own vibration to come to meet us, and in the closing journey to have that tangible connection be directed towards your own guides. Though for now, let us answer any questions or reflect to you your own understanding in a way that expands our understandings together. And yes, you may begin with any idea, any question, any musing you would like to share with, and we will reflect in the best way that we can.
I would like to say thank you for working through my guides to show me your wisdom. A couple years ago, some books and videos and people dropped into my life, and I became aware of your energy, and I learned a lot. And in the time since then, I felt closed off, but now I want you to know that I am open and I am grateful for the energies that you showed me how to merge with healthily and with boundaries. And I want you to know that I am again open to merging with you and other energies that are aligned with my positive evolution and the collective's positive evolution.
Well, we thank you for opening yourself. That is a wonderful way for you to be a beacon of that light. So, yes, we are very willing to meet you at any time that you call forward your own love and call forward your connection to us.
Thank you. I feel the fire in my body right now.
Yes.
Enlightenment in questions. In the perspective of
The perspective of enlightenment or
and questions.
and questions.
How do they correlate? Enlightenment and questions.
Well, to be enlightened can be as simple as to know all of the light exists within you. Yet, knowing that in your physical expression still means you exist within a physical reality. And many of the functions of the mind that have been working through you still need to continue to play out in many ways as you question your own reality, questioning yourself and questioning all of these layers of conditioning will allow you to get within to the deepest core of your own essence and also discover your own magnetism. So, yes, it is very important to question, for the questioning in your human form allows you to break beyond into that intrinsic essence. Yet the questioning that many of you are conditioned to use is a questioning that is very attached to an answer that you can prove. When really, the kind of questioning that is helping your intuitive self develop is the sort of questioning that needs not that clear and provable answer. Instead, it is the kind of questioning that shows you all that you do not know and can never know. For in that space of accepting what is unknown, you get a clear sense of the vastness, the infinity that you can know to be yourself. And you can know that within the limitation of your perspective as a human, that divine perspective of infinite love is more tangible when you can, again, always bring yourself back to that space of the great and vast unknown and the unknowing that is your infinite, inevitable state.
What you just told me, I told myself a couple months ago, and I'm so happy that you told it to me.
Oh, well, yes, we thank you. And does hearing it again help you to own it, to embody it in a clearer way?
Yeah, it helps me feel certain about my certainty.
Yes. Certain about your certainty in the perpetual uncertainness of everything. It is quite a paradox that leads to what you could call enlightenment, is it not?
Agreed.
Yes.
How can I unblock my throat chakra? My heart is huge, but there's blockage or slowness, and I've been working on it for months now. I feel like I'm getting nowhere.
Have you kept a journal in this time?
I've just started.
All right, that's a good start. Do you sing?
Oh, in moments when I make fun of myself.
All right. Do you speak the emotions that you are feeling in the moment that you are feeling them?
Yes.
Well, that is on your side, most certainly. Though, bringing clear expression to your love through that playful aspect of singing and that self-loving act of documenting all of these energies moving through you will help you in more clear ways to open and alchemize that throat center. So there are different toning practices you can use, and what is most important is the intention and finding one that actually brings you to feel great joy. Now, as well, as you do this, listening to the sorts of music that help you to feel most aligned with yourself will bring about greater changes in the throat center as well. and surrounding yourself with the color blue and any color that resonates with the sort of degrees of expression that you're ready to bring about will help in this process as well. Though, really the most important bit is in bringing your self-love into a form of expression. Taking all of that heart energy that you are feeling and being able to form it into a crystallized version of yourself that you can bring out into the world and let others see the unique crystallization of love that you came here to share with them.
Does that mean visual art? Does that mean acts of love? Acts of love come naturally, but creative expression has always been more challenging.
Is there a great draw to that creative expression regardless?
There's a fear of inadequacy.
All right. Well, what do you suppose you must prove with that creative art? Because if there is nothing to prove, if the point is the act of creation itself, you couldn't possibly be inadequate.
That's true.
So, it is, as many say in your language, the process is the point. So, the moment you start to fear the outcome or the end result of what you are creating, the magic of the moment of creation is lost. And the truth is that many of you experience what you have described as failure again and again. And every time you do that, you actually develop the greater capacity to love yourself. And you also gain so much insight about how to do it differently the next time. And you cannot really get to the point of having a perfect expression ever. You become perfect in your perfect acceptance of the infinite movement towards perfection that has no end. And so releasing all attachment to your sense of what others might perceive it or even how you may perceive your work. Because actually here the bigger attachment is to how you may perceive your finished product. Knowing that it is an act of love simply to create, simply to crystallize your own essence, will support you in letting go fully. And in that full and complete letting go, we will assure you that you, like everyone else, has a very powerful creative force and a unique gift and part of creation that only you can bring.
Thank you.
Or thanks to you. Does that support you? Can you play with that?
I think I can. The writing has come as a suggestion from every corner of my life, so I'll try it.
Yes. Though, does it sound fun to you?
The fun part comes when I've already started and there's a satisfaction to putting non-linear thought forms into a coherent, linear form that can be understood by others.
Yes.
It produces satisfaction.
Yes. Well, follow that.
All right.
And to reference back to something else you said, that it truly is in every moment that you express yourself. You open your throat more every time you speak from it. So when you can feel that connection in your own throat chakra to all of your other chakras, speaking from that deep place of accessing your, you could say, sacral creativity, matching that energy with your throat creativity is what allows for the truest gifts to be birthed into your reality. So, yes, focus on the practices, and also know that it is really in every moment that you are expressing something into the world. You are vibrating a certain energy frequency right now that is affecting the room and affecting all of creation, really, though you only see the effect that you have in the vicinity around you. We assure you that your presence affects everything. So access that deeper part of you and allow that energy to move up through your voice, and even use your voice to resonate your whole body. Feel how your voice creates that energetic ripple within you and creates the energetic ripple around you. And having that clear intention of transmitting that love and that peace will allow you to see again how important your voice really is. And the more you see that, the more you will own it and use it. And we love all of you.
All of you too.
Yes. Do not be so hard on yourselves. Do not be afraid of anything, really.
Yes.
That is our underlying message. Anything more any of you would like to share with us at this time?
Sometimes when I'm talking to my guides, I have a hard time believing what I hear.
Oh, that's normal. That's natural. Though, why?
It's hard to tell the difference between that and my imagination.
Well, there isn't really a big difference. Your imagination is a sort of dejected thing from the way that you've been conditioned to perceive reality. Yet your imagination is simply another receptor for the invisible fields of energy that you could never pick up with your five senses. So consider that your imagination is more like an antenna, and the emotional state you are in is the sort of channel that you are dialing. So when you can tap into the highest frequencies of love available to you and you let that signal be broadcast, your imagination will then start to show you parts of yourself or parts of your greater soul, oversoul and soul fractal that need alignment or that have something to share with you. Now, the more you use this, the more you can learn how to dial up your own frequency and attune to an energy that may be light years away and get accurate information with your imagination. The truth is as well that your own belief systems will always filter the sorts of things that you tune to in your imagination, and the more you see how the unique image and energy you receive differs from that of others, you will begin to see those belief systems that are unique to you that may distort it. That is part of the process. Though, do not allow your perception of distortions to bring your eye to focus away from the resonance and the attunement that comes whenever you really use your imagination. What we would be concerned with is, do the messages and do the insights and do the images you receive make you feel good and more connected, or does it make you feel separate and disconnected? That would be a greater indication if what you are tuning into is supportive or not.
So as long as it doesn't make me feel disconnected, it's a form of truth?
Yes.
Okay. Is there a way to clear the perception filters?
Yes. By creating an atmosphere where you are truly focused inwardly, and everyone has their own way of doing it. Some people will find that this environment now is very conducive, and some people will have to experience it in a different way. Some people find their connection most clearly through being out in nature. Some people find it most clearly by being at home in their own space. Using different sound tools, such as music, perhaps even binaural entrainment music or sound healing technologies, or any of the other permission slips you have designed in your reality can help you. Though one thing that is very helpful is to, well, sometimes your words guide you into these states, and sometimes non-verbal, non-linguistic forms of communication are the best ways to get guided into the states. And it's unique for everyone. Though really, the more inwardly focused you can be, the more clear your perception will be.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, well, thanks to you. Now, one thing you will also begin to notice is the difference between your own thoughts and thoughts that are received from these other levels. And the thoughts that are received from these other higher levels will be thoughts that are less firmly identified thoughts. Many of the thoughts of your own lower self, lower mind, are layered with many self-oriented identities and preferences, whereas these higher thoughts will have a more expansive nature, will have a more connective nature, depending on, of course, who they come from. Your guides will all have their own unique vibration, specific message and energy to bring. And as you connect with them more, you may find that they have different voices, or a voice that is very similar to yours that expresses in different ideas. Everyone has their own way of doing this, so we want you to know that to compare your process to another's would be to limit yourself. Simply honor the unique way that these energies show up for you now. Can you play with that?
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, our thanks to you, and our love to you. Any final questions you would like to share with us at this time?
I have another one if nobody else has one.
Go.
Okay. Yeah, thank you again for... is there a good way to keep from getting sucked back into kind of like an anxietal state?
To ask yourself, what are you focusing upon that brings you into the anxiety, would be one level of it. So, are you focusing on something that brings you to feel more connected, or something that brings you to feel fear? Now, when you can bring yourself into a focus that would simply find the most connective tool, the most enjoyable next future experience in every present moment reality, allow yourself to simply choose what is going to make me feel love right now, what is going to make me feel more at ease with myself right now. And we recognize that not all of you can simply choose to do whatever you want every day, and it's not really about that. It is about the times that you do have control of, prioritizing fully in those moments what will make me enjoy my existence the most right now, and doing that again and again, because the anxiety comes from not feeling and not believing that what you are doing is really rewarding for you, or that it can come from as well choosing something that does not really fill you with love, but allows you to distract yourself more from the fears. So making this shift at first can allow for states in which you are going into love and finding that the conditioned mind that wants you to stay safe or stay productive or stay this or stay that will come up and will interrupt the process. And allowing that to be okay and loving yourself in those moments will allow for that conditioning, that sort of script, to slowly, gently release from your system with time. And you will find that it will be much easier to choose things that don't breed that feeling, and instead choose things that make you happy to be exactly who you are and where you are.
Thank you.
Yes, our thanks to you. Now, we understand as well, there are other moments in which there is nothing to do, or you are very tired, and the anxiety still persists. And we are not speaking just to you, we are speaking in general about your human experience. And for this we offer a different tool. And this is simply the tool of being able to breathe deeply into your body and relax. You don't have to sit up straight if you like to do that. And that is a part of what you do to balance yourself. That is great. If you want to do it lying down, that is also all right. But to simply breathe deeper into your body, through your nose ideally, and feel inside of your body where that anxiety sits. And then bring yourself closer and closer to that sensation. Allow your awareness to drop into that sensation, and use your mind to simply label that sensation as, this is energy, this is sensation. Here is my awareness focused around energy or sensation. Then all of the other thoughts of the mind are simply like little bubbles that form around your head, form around your brain, and you go around and you pop them, pop, 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 letting all of those thoughts simply fade away as all of your awareness goes into that level of sensation. This will most certainly allow you to come to understand that the mind itself generates stories around that point of which that you are focused upon. And if you can simply emotionally and sensationally experience that pent-up energy and love it, release it with breath and awareness, all of those thoughts will subside. So we hope that tool as well can support you. The idea that has translated into your world as Vipassana meditation is very similar to the process we have suggested, though as we outline it, it is not so strict or rigid. It is something you can do at any time, really.
Thank you.
Yes, our thanks and our love to you as well. So we will allow for this process to come to a close and conclude with a tool that you can use at any time to open up your own bridge of connection to the earth and to your own connections in the galaxy. And all of these connections begin here in your heart. For here in your heart is where you emotionally attune to all others around you. When you are present in your heart, you can receive the vibration that you ask for. You feel within your body and within your imagination all of the answers you need. So bring yourself into the heart, asking it to be open, and picturing here a brilliant figure 8 symbol that loops around and around, dancing endlessly, symbolizing infinity. No beginning, no end. This is your essence. You are infinite. You have existed long before you came into this body. And when this body departs, forever you will exist. Here in your heart, there is this knowing that you may sometimes walk away from. Yet when you really tap into the deepest level of your heart, there is this knowing that goes beyond and remembers who I am is infinite. Picture that infinity symbol dancing, moving back and forth in this way. And slowly allow it to gently tilt onto its side, and then see a second infinity that is vertical, picturing, of course, the same first horizontal infinity symbol, and allowing this vertical one to get bigger and reach from the top of your head to the base of your spine. Seeing these two loops of infinity move, energy ripple between the two, now feeling your heart energy expand to your root, expand to your crown, creating a complete circuit through your body. And from that base of your spine to the top of your head, see a pillar of light that then goes infinitely up beyond your head and infinitely down beyond your root. Allow this pillar of light to open and expand into a column of energy that surrounds your body. Begin to follow this column down, seeing roots of light from your heart that go into the base of your spine, through your sit bones and sacrum, through your feet, into the earth. See these roots first go through the roots of the other plants, the mycelium grid that connects all plant life, which supports all other life. Connected through these mycelial pathways, electromagnetic and energy dancing. Feel your own energy as part of that. And as you send your focus and your breath into that energy, as you breathe in, feel the energy return from the plant realm that has supported you your whole life. And with these breaths, acknowledge the oneness. Allow another breath to take you deeper, breathing into the layer of crystals, minerals, metals, all around your planet, supporting life. Breathe these energies into your body and know that in all your bones and muscles too, the same minerals that make up the earth make up you. Breathing and going a deeper layer, now to a layer of the earth that seems deeper and is even quite dark, where all of the life and minerals from millions of years ago form these natural gases and layers of darkness. Know that the same DNA that has brought life to this point exists down there, and that your ancestors live alive within the earth. This decomposed great energy that keeps your earth alive. Breathe in this energy and know that all that is dark is not bad. This deep depth of the earth is what allows for life to emerge. And breathing even deeper then into the pure light of the earth, into the great plasma that is at the core of your earth, this molten energy. Feel its brilliant light as if it is the sun within the earth, and feel this heat rising up through your roots into your body. And finally breathing all the way down into the solid iron core of the earth, a crystalline heart that is reverberating, vibrating in energy, moving through you, the Schumann resonance at all times. And as you allow yourself to attune deeper to this energy, feel all of the layers of the earth reverberate with this core energy that rises up into your body and moves through this infinity pattern, bringing the heart of the earth into your own heart. And allow your focus from your heart to extend up into your crown, moving beyond, seeing streams of light and spirals that move out through the top of your head. First a gold and a silver one that move to your moon and sun, dancing as they move up, creating this perfect trinity, your earth, your moon, your sun, in alignment so perfect to create life, a gift from the universe and from creatures you may not quite know yet. Yet feel this synergy. The great moonlight dancing into you, the great sunlight dancing into you, pulling and radiating energy at the same time, creating this alignment that then dances down into your body, silver and gold light dancing into your heart, and send that energy finally back up into the sun, and this time open a sun gate that connects to all of your sun's sister stars, from Sirius, Arcturus, Antares, Maya, Alcyon, and many others beyond. See this open up as a pattern that moves through your Milky Way. You may not know the vastness you travel with your imagination, yet feel the presence of that energy pour into you, as blue and white light that pours down from the heavens into your solar system, anchored into your body and in this room, through your witness,